So same FRQ, new question. Find the average value of f on the closed interval from 0 to 5. To be honest, finding the average value of a function is actually now on the list of things that won't be tested. However, it's a really simple formula, and I gave you this problem because they will test you on finding antiderivatives. They'll also test you on working with piecewise functions. So I felt like it was still highly worthwhile to include this question. So anyway, when I read the question, average value of f, I immediately thought of this note from the golden notes. So I knew I had to do this. This is f. Don't worry about it being piecewise. Just write down what you start with, which is right here. 1 over 5, because the interval is from 0 to 5. Integrate from 0 to 5, integrate f. Now you do have to break up the piecewise function. But remember, for our class, we don't worry about the subtlety of the fact that this piecewise goes from 0 to 3, and this goes from just after 3 to 5. In terms of integrating, you don't have to worry about that. So the first half goes from 0 to 3 and uses the top formula. Second integral goes from 3 to 5 and uses the bottom formula. If you have this written on your paper, you wouldn't necessarily have to have this written. If you have the red box written out exactly as you see it with dx and everything, you get 1 point for the red box. We're supposed to find this value, so we can't use our calculator, so we must use antiderivatives. This is x plus 1 raised to the 1/2 power. So the antiderivative uses the expanded power rule. So you'd get 1 over a, because a is 1 times x. Then you'd have ax plus b to the 1/2 plus 1 divided by the same, 1/2 plus 1. Which is really just x plus 1 to the 3/2 divided by 3/2. Simplification is not required. So that's what I have here. So if you have this green box, you still have to have correct notation. So this line must equal, so you're going to have the 1/5, big parenthesis, this antiderivative is right here, then it's a bar, that bar is kind of short, but it's bar 0 to 3. That gets you one more of the 4 total points available. Now I want to find this antiderivative. So the antiderivative of 5 is 5x minus the antiderivative of x is x squared over 2. So if you have the blue box, then it's bar 3 to 5. You get the second point, well you get another point here. Now all that we have to do is plug in the 0 and the 3 and the 3 and the 5. We don't have to simplify anything, so I don't. I just plug everything in. Dividing by 3/2 is the same as multiplying by 2/3. And I have 3 plus 1 to the 3/2 minus 2/3 again. 0 plus 1 to the 3/2. Here, plug in the 5 minus, don't forget the parentheses in both places. Plug in the 3. If you have the purple box, you get the 4th of the 4 points.